these bells. Sometimes when we were growing, we used to think that we used to imagine a kind of a sledge moving in the snow in the UK, and then you see maybe a very fluffy dog running after this, that kind of imagery. But these bells are something that dates back to the Old Testament, and it is related to Jesus Christ in a way we are going to see this morning. Now, in Israel, the high priest, the priests were from the lineage of Aaron. They were supposed to offer sacrifices in a small room behind a veil, like in front there behind a veil, and they used to call it the Holy of the Holies. And the priest was supposed to offer this sacrifice all the time for the sins of the people. Now, when we talk about this sacrifice, it reminds us of Jesus Christ. If you read the book of Revelation, you will see there that Jesus Christ, they say Jesus Christ was the lamb that was slain from the foundations of the earth. And Jesus Christ, his function in heaven was to offer his blood sacrifice for our own sins. For our own sins. You know, Jesus Christ is our own priest, because he's a priest from the lineage of Melchizedek forever. But the priests of the Old Testament, they were of the lineage of Aaron. So Jesus Christ is a priest that does not die. Now, if you look at here, you see this is how Aaron and the priests of the Old Testament, how they used to dress. And the bells were hanging on the rope like this, looking very beautiful. This is how they used to dress. Now, the Bible bells are worn by the high priest, as I've just shown you, around the hem of the robe. And they make a sound all the time as the priest moves around. As he's moving around, you hear that sound. As he's moving around, you hear this sound. Now, when he enters, the purpose of this bell was that if he enters into the Holy of the Holies, no ordinary person was supposed to enter there apart from the priest. If he died, because he could die, if he offered a sacrifice that was not righteous, right? Yeah. If he offered a sacrifice, he would die there immediately. God would kill him. Now, since nobody could enter there, it was not possible for somebody to retrieve the dead body of the priest. So they would tie a rope on one of his legs, and then the bells will be ringing. People will be outside hearing and knowing that he is still about doing things for them, that he is still serving them. He's not yet dead. But if this bell suddenly went down, people will know that the priest has died inside the Holy of the Holies, and the sacrifice has not been successful. In that case, they will pull the rope and retrieve the body from them, because nobody could dare enter the Holy of the Holies. This is something very important. Now, if you look at the hem of this garment, you will look at it. It looks so beautiful. And we remember this was the hem of the garment which the woman with the issue of blood touched on Jesus Christ and got healed, right? He touched his hem. We are going to see that very soon. Now, we say these bells were an evidence that of the priest's movement. And the ringing of the bells around the priest's hem told you that the priest was alive and well. And if the priest was alive and well, it implied that he is taking care of their sins, right? Because if the priest died, it means that God has not heard the sacrifice has failed. And that means you were still in your sins. But as long as the bell was ringing, it means that they were taking care of your case. So this is very, very important. Now, the ringing of the bells around the priest told you that the priest was alive and well. The ringing of the bells told you that the priest was still working on their behalf. Now, if you look at Exodus chapter 28 from verse 35, you see God gave this instruction. Says, sew a gold bell between every two pomegranates, all around the hem of the robe. Aaron must wear the robe when he serves as priest. So this was the instruction that God gave. It was not just maybe kind of so the bells will jingle when he enters the holy room while he is serving the Lord, and they will jingle when he goes out. Now, as I told you, if the high priest ever made an imperfect sacrifice, he would be struck dead. He would die. Now, tradition says they tied a rope to his leg so that, as I told you, so that he should, in case he dies, they would then pull the rope. Yeah. So today we are like these bells. Today we are like these bells hanging on the hem of our high priest, who is Jesus Christ's garment. We are hanging like this on his garment. And we have to ring. You understand me? We have to continue ringing. If we stop ringing, the world will not know that Jesus Christ is alive. So our duty as Christians is to continue ringing, rang, 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 so that the world should know that Jesus Christ is alive. For me, this is very, very important for me, because I know Jesus Christ is counting on me to keep on ringing so that people should know that he is alive. And if we fail in this, it is something very important. Many people will think him dead, as many do today. Now, the best ringing is a witness for God. That as we go, we invite people, we talk to people until we are ringing that bell, we are sounding that sound that Jesus is alive. Remember the woman who touched his hem and was healed. This is something very, very important. It means that as Christians, if we are this best, means we carry some virtue in us. We carry some virtue which the world needs, because the world needs healing. The world needs healing from ignorance and from sin and from many other things which are ungodly. So if we are these bells around the garment of Jesus Christ, it therefore means we have some healing. We have something very important to tell the world. And that thing is our witness for Jesus Christ. As bells on his hem, our message heals the sin-sick soul. Today, the hem bells are his church. Jesus is in heaven, and we are around his hem, representing him down here on earth. You will not see Jesus. If people don't see you, they don't see me, they will not know Jesus. Jesus is not here, he's in heaven. And if he is counting that, we should begin to ring and to cause the world to know that he is there and listening. Now, we are the audible evidence of him for a world who can't see or hear him. We are the sounds of God. We are the body of Jesus on earth, who is our head. So you see him right there. This is the word, this is the globe. So he is right there. And so we are like bells hanging from his head. We are near enough to earth for the world to hear this message ringing out from us. We are the sounds of God on earth. We are the hem bells that tell the world that our high priest Jesus has made a perfect sacrifice, that he has been accepted by the Father, and that he is still alive. So we are the hem bells that tell the world that our high priest Jesus is still busy on our behalf. Because some people think that he is already dead. And some people, like I had a brother who did not believe, he used to tell me that Jesus died already. Why do you keep on talking about it? Was a man in Israel that he died. Why do you keep on talking about him? So if I don't keep talking about him, they will actually think that he's dead. Meanwhile, he's alive and he's counting on us to tell the world. So we are the hem bells that sing of peace on earth, goodwill toward men through the sacrifice of Jesus. So we are the bells of Christmas Day. If we fail to ring, the world may think our high priest is dead. If we fail to ring, humanity will not know that Jesus is ever busy, ever working to save men's souls. We must never stop ringing out the good news of the gospel. The hem bells are both joyful and fruitful. Now, if you look at Exodus 28, verse 34 to 35, which I just showed you, verse 35 was saying that they should put pomegranates between the golden bells, right? These are the golden bells, very beautiful. These pomegranates, I don't know, do we have pomegranates in Hong Kong? Yeah, I think so. It's very delicious, this fruit. It's very, so they put it, and you see, this instruction, God has mixed us. We are the best. He has put fruitfulness in our midst. So meaning that we are fruitful people. as Christians, you must be fruitful. You must be fruitful. This is this is the way I interpret it. Because God cannot say we are the best and then put this fruit to represent nothing. It means they are linked to us in some way. Now, shout for joy to the Lord, everyone on earth. Burst into joyful songs and make music. Psalm 98, verse 4. The fruit of those who are right with God is a tree of life, and he who wins souls is wise. For those who win souls, you are a wise man. I'm not the one saying this. This is God talking. He says, if you win souls, then you are a wise man. In the abundance of fruit, we have the most joy. Ring the bells, sing the songs. Now, Henry Wadsworth, I'll tell you just a short story. Henry Wadsworth, Longfellow, he sustained some injuries trying to save his wife, whose garment caught fire. So Henry's hands got burned, and he was trying to save it. Unfortunately, the wife died. This lady died, and he died, and Henry was mourning. He mourned his wife. Henry is an American poet. It's an American poet who lived around New England in America. So he's very, very famous. So he tried to save his wife. I don't know, maybe the wife was in the kitchen, then fire caught her garment. Then Henry was trying to put out the fire and got burned seriously. So, but unfortunately, the wife died. She died. Henry was mourning his wife for 2 years. Then suddenly his son, who was a soldier, came back from the Civil War, severely wounded. And Henry's heart sunk in his stomach. He was bitter and heavy with sorrow because all these things happened to him. And when Henry began to think about all these things that happened to him, he heard this Christmas song about the bear. And it reminded Henry also that the priest, Jesus Christ, is still alive, that he has not died. Despite the fact that he has lost his wife, and then his son is severely wounded in the Civil War, there is still hope for him because Jesus is still alive. So today I want to tell somebody that the bells of Christmas are a reminder for you, for me, that there is still hope. The world may go its own way, it's bound to go, but there is hope because the bells of Christmas are ringing to remind us that Jesus Christ, our high priest, is still alive and is taking care of our situation. Your sins cannot be too heavy. As long as the priest, because God made the priest, Aaron was qualified to take away every sin that everybody committed through sacrifices of animals. Now, Jesus Christ is of the higher order because it's of the order of Melchizedek, and he doesn't die. Therefore, we have hope. No matter whatever thing is going, there may be war in Ukraine, there should be economic crisis or whatever thing you call it, but there is still hope. And this Christmas is just a reminder that nobody should despair. No matter whatever thing you are going through, nobody should despair because as a Christian, Jesus Christ is still taking care of your situation. So we said in the distance, Henry heard the cheerful tolling of Christmas bells and he struggled inwardly. You can imagine. But ultimately, his pain gave birth to newfound faith as he penned this poem. I heard the bells on Christmas Day. Their old familiar carols play, and wild and sweet, the words repeat of peace on earth, goodwill to men. And in despair, I bowed my head. There is no peace on earth, I said. For hate is strong and mocks the song of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Then pealed the bells more loud and deep. God is not dead, nor doth he sleep. The wrong shall fail, the right prevail. With peace on earth, goodwill to men. Like the Israelites, Henry Longfellow heard the message of the Christmas bells. And I hope you too, myself, we are hearing this sound of the Christmas bell today, telling you that there is still a chance. Now, what is the bell telling us? That Jesus Christ the priest is not dead.